All right, let's talk about something that affects pretty much all of us, taxes. And get this, the days of paper forms, long lines, and endless waiting might be over for good. The government is making a huge digital shift, and it's going to change everything. But what does this new world of electronic taxes actually mean for you? Let's dive in. I mean, who hasn't felt this pain, right? You're buried in stacks of paper trying to figure out these super confusing forms, and then you wait and wait for a letter to show up in the mail. It feels like a process stuck in another century. Well, believe it or not, that entire headache is about to get a massive digital upgrade. So think of this as a kind of before and after picture. On one side, you've got the old way, manual, slow, and just drowning in paper. And on the other side, the new way, streamlined, practically instant, and completely digital. And let me be clear, this isn't just a minor tweak. It's a total reimagining of how we deal with the tax system. And this whole new system has an official name, of course. It's called Electronic Tax Management. This isn't just a temporary fix or a pilot program. It's the foundation for everything that's coming. Okay, electronic tax management. Sounds a bit formal, doesn't it? But what does it actually mean? Well, in simple terms, pretty much every single time you interact with the tax folks, it's now going to happen digitally. And there are a couple of key phrases here you should notice: computer-readable format and approved by the board. That tells you this isn't just about, shooting off an email. No way. This is a formal, secure, and officially regulated system. So that's the big question, isn't it? It's one thing to say things are going digital, but what parts of doing our taxes are we actually talking about here? What's really changing? Let's get into the specifics. It basically all boils down to three huge areas. First up, how you actually file your taxes. Second, how the tax authority communicates with you. And third, and this one might surprise you, even how formal hearings are handled. Yeah, pretty much every major step is getting a digital makeover. Okay, let's start with your filings. The new regulations, specifically in Section 328, subsection 1, are super clear about this. Any return, any statement, any application, it all has to be submitted in an approved electronic format now. So yep, the days of printing everything out, signing it, and dropping that thick envelope in the mail are officially numbered. Now, for official notices, and you're going to want to pay close attention here because this is a really big deal. Under Section 328, subsection 2, any notice, order, or demand letter they send you through this new system is now considered legally delivered. That's right, your digital inbox is now just as official as your physical mailbox. And the digital shift goes even further, right into what used to be the most formal part of the whole process. Section 328, subsection 3, gives the board the power to set up systems for virtual hearings. Think about that for a second. Official appearances, formal proceedings, all of it can now happen completely online, from wherever you are. So, I've mentioned the board a few times. You're probably wondering, who exactly are they? Well, they're the central government authority that's in the driver's seat for this entire transformation. They're the ones calling the shots, approving the systems, setting the rules, and most importantly, they have the power to enforce it all. Now, take a look at the language here. This comes straight from the regulations, Section 328, subsection 4, and it tells you just how serious this is. The key word is right there: compulsory. The board can make electronic filing mandatory. This is not an option. It's not a suggestion. It's a requirement. So let's break down their new powers, because they're pretty sweeping. First, they hold all the cards. They approve every single piece of the new electronic system. Then they can actually target specific groups or types of income and say, you have to file electronically. And on top of that, they can also require that tax payments themselves have to be made digitally. They've got this covered from every angle. So what's the ultimate goal of all these new rules and all this new power? It all comes down to this number: 100%. The aim is to create a fully digital, end-to-end system for tax compliance. No gaps, no paper exceptions, just a complete transition to the new way of doing things. So if there's just one thing you take away from all of this, it should be this: digital tax filing and payment isn't the future, it's the now. It is the new standard. That whole paper-based process we're all used to, it's officially becoming a thing of the past. The system has finally caught up to the 21st century. And that leaves us with a pretty fascinating thought. If a system as massive and as complicated as taxes can be moved entirely into the cloud, it really makes you wonder, what's next? What other part of our civic lives is ready for its own digital revolution? It feels like the door is now wide open.